all the things WWE has done, this one might be the most absurd that still somehow counts as canon. At WrestleMania 34 in 2018, Braun Strowman earned a Raw Tag Team title shot against The Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro, but there was a catch. He had to find a partner. People expected a surprise legend, maybe someone from NXT. Instead, Braun wandered into the crowd and picked a 10-year-old kid named Nicholas. Not a stunt double, not an actor, a real kid, who just so happened to be the son of WWE referee John Cone. Braun single-handedly won the match while Nicholas stood on the apron looking like he was trying not to throw up. The crowd lost their minds, and when the bell rang, Nicholas became the youngest champion in WWE history. The next night on Raw, they relinquished the belts because, as Braun explained, Nicholas had a scheduling conflict. He had to finish 4th grade. That's the whole story, that's the record, and unless they start recruiting during recess, it's never happening again. Plenty of wrestlers have had bad nights. Santino Marella had a record-setting one. At the 2009 Royal Rumble, Santino hit the ring with full energy and zero luck. He was immediately clotheslined over the top rope by Kane.
No offense, Kane. Oh, what? Good Lord! What the?
And the whole thing was over in 1 second. One! That's not hyperbole. The bell rang, he stepped in, and he was gone. Officially, that makes it the shortest Royal Rumble appearance in history. Santino, always quick with a punchline, tried to save face by yelling, "I wasn't ready!" which honestly just made it funnier. It instantly became a meme-worthy moment and cemented his legacy as one of WWE's greatest comedic characters. And the best part is, it's borderline impossible to beat. Someone would have to trip on the way in and accidentally eliminate themselves faster than the referee can even register they're in the match. Good luck with that. Only Mick Foley could turn a 30-man match into a one-man show. In the 1998 Royal Rumble, Foley entered not once, not twice, but 3 separate times as Mankind, Cactus Jack, and Dude Love. Each persona got its own entrance, theme music, and elimination, and the crowd ate up every second of it. It was more than a gimmick. It served as a full-blown character showcase, putting Foley's chaos on full display and leaning hard into the madness that made the Attitude Era unforgettable. No one questioned it because it was Foley, and back then, anything could happen. Today, WWE is far too polished and brand conscious to let something this bizarre fly again. The company barely lets 2 tag teams share matching gear, let alone the same physical body with 3 identities. It was weird, brilliant, and completely unforgettable. WWE today runs a much tighter ship, and something like that simply doesn't happen anymore. Kane might not have always been the main event, but he was always there. From his debut as a mass monster in 1997 to his final run over 2 decades later, Kane quietly racked up more matches than anyone in WWE history, 1,786 of them. That includes TV, pay-per-views, and live events, from Raw and SmackDown to grimy house shows and international tours. He wrestled in every kind of match imaginable: hardcore, Hell in a Cell, Elimination Chamber, you name it. And shared a ring with just about every major star from the Attitude Era to the PG Era. His closest rivals, like Big Show and Randy Orton, are still hundreds of matches behind, and now that he's a mayor and mostly retired, that number's locked in. Unless someone starts wrestling 6 nights a week, avoids injury, and stays active for over 20 years, Kane's Iron Man streak is staying put. This record wasn't a fluke, it defined an era. For 21 consecutive WrestleManias, The Undertaker entered the ring and left victorious. From his first win over Jimmy Snuka at WrestleMania 7 in 1991 to his 21st against CM Punk in 2013, the streak spanned over 2 decades of dominance. He defeated legends across generations: Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, Randy Orton, Edge, Batista, and more. It wasn't planned from the start, but as the wins added up, it grew into one of the most anticipated storylines in wrestling. Fans didn't just care about the opponent, they cared about the legacy. Would the streak continue? Could anyone stop it? And when Brock Lesnar ended it at WrestleMania 30 in 2014, the shock in the Superdome was instant and absolute. Grown adults stared in disbelief. No one moved. That kind of moment can't be manufactured. WWE can build stories, but it can't recreate 21 years of undefeated history. WWE says Ric Flair is a 16-time world champion. Historians say the number is more like 21 or even 25, depending on how you count unrecognized and disputed reigns across NWA, WCW, and the international promotions. Either way, he has more world titles than most wrestlers have wins. John Cena tied the official number in 2017, but with his move to Hollywood and no active superstar even within striking distance, Flair's spot at the top looks locked in. He dropped titles and picked them up again like spare change, sometimes winning and losing the belt in the span of days. It was a different era, with looser tracking and more frequent title changes, and it's not something we're going to see repeated. From 1963 to 1971, Bruno Sammartino held the WWE World Heavyweight Championship for 2,803 days. That's almost 8 years. No brand split, no cash-ins, no weekly title defenses, just Bruno wrecking everyone forever. WWE was a regional promotion back then, and the business moved slower. But even so, this reign is absurd. Even Roman Reigns, who's pushed 1,300 days, feels like an eternity by today's standards. But doubling that in today's world? Not a chance. Fabulous Moolah held the Women's Championship for nearly 28 years. She first won the title in 1956, and according to WWE, kept it until 1984. During that span, she defended across various territories, often under different promoters, and WWE later folded all of it into their official title history. There were times when she reportedly lost, but officially, the reign stands. You'd need a time machine, a monopoly on the women's division, and 30 uninterrupted years. Hard pass. The final unbreakable record belongs to Stone Cold Steve Austin, and it's one that defines an entire era. He won the Royal Rumble in 1997, 1998, and 2001, racking up 3 victories that no one else has ever matched. Hogan, Michaels, Cena, and Edge came close with 2 wins, but the third has stayed out of reach. WWE has changed since Austin's time. Today, the Royal Rumble is used to launch fresh faces and build new stars, not to crown repeat winners. That shift makes Austin's record feel even bigger, like a relic from a time when one man could take over the entire industry. Back then, Austin ran the place, and the Rumble was just another way to prove it. Over 2 decades later, no one has touched it, and with the way things are now, no one ever will. Some records were built over decades, others happened in the blink of an eye, but all of them have one thing in common: they're not going anywhere. You can train harder, wrestle longer, or try something totally insane, but these moments are locked in. This is WWE at its most legendary, and that's what makes these records truly unbreakable.